Okay, I'm about to create a program. It is a small program, and the program is a football team with one member. Right? I'm in my IntelliJ IDEA Ultimate, uh and I created a project named Practice, and I got a source folder right here. So what I'm going to do with the source folder, I'm going to create a Java file. I'm gonna name that one team, right? So let me write a little bit of description at the top of the Java file. So this is a program. This is a program. No, let me say it this way. This this program is about a football team with one member. All right. Okay. Um. Okay. That's fantastic. All right. Now I'm gonna add not a comment. All right. This comment will be about the kind of um, steps I'll be taking. Also for the first method that I'm going to use in order to accomplish the elaboration of my program, first method one now. For method one, um, I will uh, create a team class, which is the class I'm currently writing this comment in, and I will also embed the member class in team class, in the class team. That's better. All right. So right here, the class team will be my driver, meaning it will incorporate the main method, public static void main string, array of strings, right? Okay, that's good. Now the first method is to create a team class, and I will also embed the member class, right, in the class team. I don't know. Did I say it right? All right, let's go. So here, I'm going to first create. Um, let's say we have one member in the team, right? One member in the football team. I'm going to create a class member, right? Let's say the name of the variable is member, and then for the constructor of this class team, public team, right? I'm gonna, as a parameter of this constructor, I will be using member, right? Now, this member is equal to member. Literally, this line means that there is one member in this team, and here what I mean is literally this is the constructor. Let me add the comment above. this is the constructor of the class team with one parameter, and the parameter is of a member class, right? Is of 9. Yeah. Okay. This one parameter is of type member, right? So what I'm reading here, right? It is the data type here is member, and this is the variable member, and this is instance field of the class team. Okay, now below here, I'm gonna create, the first method right here, it is to create a team class and also embed the member class in the class team. So I'm gonna right below the public class team, I'm gonna create class member, right? And here I'm gonna define the instance fields, and here I'm gonna keep those instance field private because when you ask in order to know the name of a football team member, all right, or just to know the name of a person, you gotta ask that person. It is not something that you will clearly see with your eyes, So I'm gonna right here define the instance field of the member class as private, right? Private string name, right? That's the name. Private string here, the type, this is the name of the player, and let's see, this is the type of player, right? And now another instance field is the level. Now here I got also int the rank of the player or the member of the football team. And now here I will be creating the constructor of the class member, right? The constructor of the class member, and I can use a shortcut right here in IntelliJ IDEA. Either I write everything or I can literally, right? I can right click and I can select generate and I can select constructor, and then I select the 4 instance fields and I click OK. Right here, this is my constructor. This is the constructor of the class of the class member. All right, we got it. And now here, This means that name literally means that the instance variable that I created right here above the constructor, that name, it is just um, to to set the 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 parameter of the constructor. Right here we got four parameters. It is just to set, right, a difference between this that name, the this and that, the this keyword. It is to set difference between the instance variable that belong to the class and the types of, what do you say, the string name, string type, the parameter of the constructor, right? All right, let's move on. Now we're going to be defining. Let's define the getters or accessors of functions, methods, or slash functions below here, right? So I can write those things, or what I can do, if I don't want to write them, I can use a shortcut in IntelliJ IDEA. But this one I'm gonna try to write them out quickly. Public string get name. When the instance fields are private, in order to get the value of those instance fields outside of that class, we have to define a method or a function that are called a getter or accessor. Literally, a getter method returns the value of the instance field, like of the variable that belong to the class that are private. So here, if I want to get the name is of type string. So the return type of my method has to be the same. String, right? So for the get name is literally the name of a function or method right here, get, right? And what am I getting? I'm getting the name. So open curly brackets, and this function will return that name, right? Literally, it is returning right here the instance field that we created right here of the class member. Right, let's go. And then I will create get type, right? Return this that type. All right. Public int get level, right? Return this that level. All right, we got it. Public int get rank, return this the rank, right? So what is this? Let's say that I write comment right here. What is your name? All right, what is your name? And this literally say my name is, right? And here, what is your type? And this literally says my type is. All right. And here, what is your level? What is your level? What is your level? And this literally says my level is. All right. What is your rank? And this says my rank is. All right. Now here we have completed our member class. We got 4 instance fields and we have created a constructor of the class member, and we have 4 parameters of the method, and right here we have assigned the parameters. Here we have assigned the value of those parameters, the parameters of the constructor. We have assigned those values to the instance field that we created in the class member, right? And this keyword literally means it is to emphasize, or it is to distinguish that this keyword means that what follow this dot, the variable name that comes after this dot right here, is a variable that belongs to the class, right? To the class, meaning the scope of those instance fields, the variable that we defined at the top, right below class member, those variables can be accessed through the entire class, right? And now let's go back up, and this is a driver, public static void main, right? So when we come here, we do something first. We create a member, right? Let's say member new member. This is like creating a new object of a class. We're creating a new object of the class member that we define below, right? And our constructor, we got 4 parameters. That means we gotta pass to the new object that we're creating right here, which is member. Or if I don't want to call this member, I can call it member 1, or let's see, let me give this a name like Jackson, right? Jackson, right? So here we gotta pass in 4 parameters to match the constructor, the parameters that we define in our constructor, the constructor of the class member. So in order to do that, what we're going to do, right? So the first here is of string, is of type string. The second one is string, and the third and fourth one, they are both integers, right? So here for the name, I'm going to say Jackson, comma, and the type, what kind of type I might give him? Let's say, all right, let's say the type is, he's a basic player, right? He's a basic player. And now the level, let's say that he's at level 14, right? And his rank, the rank is, let's say 1 or 2, let's say 2, right? Semicolon. Now we will create a team. We got a member, creation of the member one, creation of the member one of the team, right? Of the team. So here right below, I will create our team, right? Creation of the team. Good. Now, team, the name of the team, let's say that I will give the team, let's say it is the team Kali. New team, right? The constructor. Here we have defined as the constructor of the class team. The parameter right here is of type member, and we have defined the class member right here. So, right, we have created an object of type member right here, which is Jackson, right? So we're gonna pass in as a parameter of the team, right? The member of the team, we're gonna pass in Jackson. And to wrap this up, we're gonna try to access the name, the level, the rank, and the type of the player, right? System .out .print line, right? Since I want to output 4 things to the console, I'm gonna literally copy and paste, right? And the name of the player's name is, all right, concatenation, right? In order to access this, we want to access the name right here. It is private. So in order to get access to this, we're gonna call this function, right? It is the getter, the accessor method. So before we can do that, first, what do we gotta do? We have created here. We have to access first the variable of the team. We have to get access to. In order to get access to Jackson, who is the member of the team Kali, right? We cannot get access to Jackson, who is the player of the team Kali, without getting in touch with Kali. So what do we do right here? We literally type Kali first, right? Kali first, dot Jackson, dot. Now we can call our method, which is get a name. Oh, what's going on here? Khalida Jackson. Yes. I think there is something wrong here. Why cannot resolve symbol Jackson? No. Okay. I see. Okay. In order to get access to here, it doesn't have to be Jackson. Why? Because Jackson is an object of the class member, right? So in order to get access to the instance field, right, the variable that belong to the class team that I created right here above, it is not Jackson, it is member. So right here I used Jackson to make it more explicit, right? So here I ain't gotta use Jackson. Actually I got to use this one right here, member, Why do I got to use member instead of Jackson? Because Jackson is actually Jackson is Jackson is how can I say this? Jackson is is an object, right, of the class member. So in order to get access um, to call the method that is defined in the class member, I have to get access to this instance. I have to use this instance field that we define here. So from here, Team Kali, member, and member is an object of the class member, and then we can get access to get name, right? So we literally do the same thing for the players type is okay. Let me add this here as well. Plus Kali that member that get type. Good. Right here, the player's level is alright. Kali that member that get level right here, the last one. The player's rank is alright. Kali the member that get rank. Good. Before we run this, what about making it a little bit? Alright. So to run this program, I can literally click right here on the driver. I can click here, or I can right click in the program and click on run team that man, or I can literally come here. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click on right here, public static void main. I'm gonna click here and click on run. Wow, we can see the output here. The player's name is Jackson. The player's type is basic. The player's level is 14, and the player's rank is 2. What about making it a little bit firm? Like, let me add here something at the top, like here is the information about the only player of the team Kali. And let me run it again. Let's see. Right. Let me add, let's see. Right. You know, slash and add a new blank line or an empty line below. Is that? Nah, it doesn't look that great, but that's not the point. So we just literally here created this, and the first method is to create all right, let me delete I and just create a team class and embed the class member in the class team. Okay, so the second method here is create a team class and create a team class in a separate file or slash class for the class member. All right, great. Okay, the third method that I want to add here, method 3, I'm gonna create a team class and keep and create team class and a create a team class or create a class team, right? Create a class team and member using generics. I know that generics is a little bit advanced or intermediate when it comes to Java. So literally what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create, so the goal here is to create a class team, which is what we're using right now. We've already created that, and also a separate file for the class member that we define below right here. So what I'm going to do here, let's see, let me delete this one. This is the level of the player, right? And this is the rank of the player. So what I'm going to do here, we're going to create in the source folder, we're going to create a new Java class. We're going to name that member, right? Member. Now here we got an error because we haven't defined anything, and we got errors because, let's see the error, duplicate class found in the file, right? C user, Silverado, idea, projects, practice, whatever. It is because of this class that we created right here within the file team belong to they are in the same folder, or they are included in the same project. What I haven't done is I haven't created packages. If I have created packages, I can either put those same classes or those same file in the same package, or I can create different packages. It depends on what kind of program that I'm designing, and it has to be tailored to what I want, or how I wanna how can I say this? How I want to customize my program now. It's not about customization. It is about how I want to put my file, or how I want to order my file, right? So right here, it's not about that. We'll be talking about it in various tutorials. So here, I'm gonna copy and paste from class here to, oh no, we've already created that class here. We've already created that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy from instance field to before the last closing curly brace. All right, paste, copy and paste. So what I'm going to do here, from class to the last curly brace, I'm going to comment that, right? And we don't have the error. The error is gone. And let's try to run this to see if we're going to get the same results as before. Boom. We got the same output. Oh, that's fantastic. That's amazing. So let's attack the third method. We have created a class team, which is this one, and the member right here. We have also created a class member, and then we added another feature. It is to use generics. Okay, so in order to do that, I think what I'm going to do it here. Okay, let's add this one is, I forgot the name, but I might say like less than and greater than. All right, I write T in it. So the T right here, it is the generic type, right? It is the generic type. And to do this, I have to change this one. The generic type is literally when you define a class using generics, and when you want to define and initialize or create object of the generic class. For example, literally adding those signs here and writing 10, literally change this class. It is no longer a normal class, but it has become a generic class. So literally here, the generic type here, I'm gonna have to change this, right? I'm gonna have to change the member here to the generic type, right? And here I'm gonna change right here as well to T. And right, no error right here. The error is gone. Now we got errors right here. What do we got errors right here? The way to define and initialize an object that belongs to a generic class is different from how we creating or we creating a new object that belongs to a normal class. So right here we got to perform a little bit of tweaks where that we will be using we will perform a little bit of tweaks here, right, to Kali. We can, right, and we will add here we will pass in the generic type, right? So before writing the T, or before replacing, or before putting T as the data type of member, which is the instance field or instance variable of the class team, the normal one, here we are creating a team of members. So we have to pass in as a generic type here where we're creating objects member. Why? Right? And here I have to also add those two signs. Prior to Java 5, I don't remember, but I know that before we could have also write member in it. It is literally like how we define array list, right? How we define array list, like for example, array list, right? String my array new array list, right? We can write here string. We just literally created an object of, we have literally created an object that is of type strings. Customize our, we have created an array list of strings, right? But that's not what we're doing right here. So we can delete it. I can also clear this one as well. And then let's see if we also got errors. No, we don't got any errors right here. We don't got any. No. And then we can, let's run the program again to see if we got any errors. Good, we got the same output. That means we have done a good job. So let's see here, we have created a class, a member using generics. I have performed a little trick here. I have transformed the team class from normal to a generic class, and I have changed this one, the data type of this instance field, which was member. I changed it into the generic type, and here as well. And then the parameter of the constructor of the class team, which is of type, the generic type as well, of course. And here, let's see this. No, we're not gonna use this one. Okay, I think that's bad. Can we do this? If I want to change this one as well, maybe I can change this one in generic. I can change it into generic class. Yeah, I can do that. If I want to do that, I can change it. Yes, I think I can. Oh, let me see if I can do that. If I try to add it up. Let me see if I can change it. Can I change it? Let's just wrap it up here. We're gonna wrap up this tutorial, this video. Right. The first method, the program is to create a football team with one member. And the first method is to create a class team, which is what we created here. And the class team contains the driver, meaning the main class, the driver of the program. And we embedded the class member in the class team before, right below here. and we've gotten the results, the output that we wanted to get. All right, the second method is to create a separate file or class for the class member. Actually, that's the way it's supposed to be, or it is recommended to create a new or to create a separate file or class. Yeah, to create a separate file for every class, which is professional, I think. From what I read online or from what I've learned. This is just a little tutorial. I'm practicing. I'm still learning Java, evolving in the ecosystem of Java. But I think doing a little tutorial is a way to teach yourself. I'm teaching through this video, but at the same time, I think I'm teaching myself again while learning or trying to explain these concepts. I might have not explained some stuff, but feel free to reach out to me if I could have done something better. I'm waiting for your feedback. Something that I could have done better, which I could have used a class or whatever it is. I would love to get any of your input. This is just a way for me to learn and learn by teaching. Okay, so the third method that I did was using generics. Actually, I was just learning the first method and not learning. I was just trying out the first method and I also did the second method, and I've just gotten the idea of maybe trying to use generic to see if it can work out. So I transformed the class team into a generic class, and then the instance field has also become has acquired the generic type, right? The data type of our instance field here has become has changed. It has changed, right? And then what I did also is to change here the parameter of the constructor of the class team, and then right here when we want to create creation of the team, right? Team Kali, you have to perform a little bit of tweaks here and literally adding those less than and greater than signs together. I forgot the name of those two signs when you use them in Java or when you use them in programming. New team, it is literally like creating a new object of a class in Java, but here we just add it here because it is generic. So the T is replaced by the class, actually, the class member, and here in the constructor we got the T is replaced by member, and Jackson is an object of the class member, and literally we have gotten the same results for the three methods. So that's about it. So that is to wrap up this tutorial. It is just a trial for me, and I feel good about doing it. Even though I might have made some mistakes, I feel good about it. So I'm looking forward to receiving any of your, how can I say this, any of your feedback and advices. I'm just getting started. Yeah, and I'm loving